Hello everybody! So oh my god, my chair. So 2 months ago, I finished beating every rated Woogie level, all 20 of them, and I wasn't initially planning on doing this, but I decided, since I feel Woogie's an interesting creator, and I really enjoyed going through all his levels, that I would make something to kind of sum up the entire experience in some way, and I think the best way to do that is to just make a simple ranking video type thing of all of his levels. Worst to best, give my little thoughtseize, and then move on. So yeah, I'm only doing the demons because the standard rated ones he has, I'm not too interested in talking about those, and I don't think many people are. But yeah, so this is my freaking list. We're gonna start, and it's gonna be awesome. I hope you enjoy the video. Yay! Definitely the worst level on a pure gameplay basis for me, no contest. I will always be one of the biggest map pack defenders, but this level is just very emblematic of a lot of the more patience testing stuff you'd find in the harder packs. I really don't like these learny cube corridors. The deco also being from an early Woogie level just isn't particularly interesting, and I doubt even Woogie himself would be upset that this one ranked at the bottom. I will say though, I appreciate the energy going into and carried throughout the final duel, at the very least. None of this level really comes together like his other stuff does, and it doesn't really have much character to it, I don't think. Not sure, it just feels pretty sterile, which isn't helped by the fact it uses Can't Let Go as its song. Most of the super choke pointy clicks or parts don't even look cool or feel satisfying to pull off like most of Woogie's other super choke points, and even the really messy sections that I should like just don't really hit any particular nerve in me. The level's case isn't helped by the fact that the gameplay is fucking excruciating. If anything, the final section is very well done and nerve-wracking. The only thing I wrote down in my initial notes on these for this one was ugly as fuck and weirdly hard in the first half for a medium demon, so I'm just gonna go with that. What a peculiar level this is. The gameplay is uber fucked and the decoration is really nothing special, but it just weirdly sticks in my mind for some odd reason. Just a fucked up, remorseless, unemotive creature, I guess. Little rainbow part at the beginning makes me think of that one room in the Mario Kart TF2 map. This is the last one I did, since obviously you have to end on the hardest level. Spiritually very Gust Dive pilled, both decoration and gameplay wise. There's tons of teleport portals and gameplay that just moves all over the place, and similarly to Gust Dive, I didn't super enjoy it. I also think that song choice in the level sometimes is one of the most important aspects of it, and a really uninteresting song can sometimes just dissipate all my interest in it. And Sky Fortress by Waterflame, as much as I love Waterflame, is just so uninteresting. I can't really get in the vibe of the level and the teleporting and fast, wild gameplay style because the song just doesn't complement that energy for me. It's very flat, which isn't usually the case for Waterflame songs, and it doesn't pair well with this gameplay style in the same way uplifting EDM does. I would say it's interesting to see how Woogie and Korea Chords do that. I'm just actually saying bullshit. I don't even know how to say his name. I would say it's interesting to see how Woogie and Korea Chords styles translated into 2.1, but I only really feel like that for the last little section. It isn't anything crazy bad, but it also isn't anything crazy good. If we were going purely off enjoyment for this list, then this would probably be at the bottom by a landslide. Even fluking this level from some unknown percentage I don't remember, I still was extremely frustrated playing this one, and didn't leave with a good taste in my mouth. I can't lie and say that I don't like the deco at least a little bit though, or that the art at the end isn't really cute. This level is butt ugly, but it really catches a vibe from that, you know what I'm saying? Such little care for harmonizing colors, and it just turns into this color vomit mess that I really fuck with, and has some pretty fun gameplay on top of it. I love the first part where every single object is mapped to the same color channel cycling through the rainbow. Out of every level here, this was easily the one to grow on me the most as time went on. Crystal of Miracle is weirdly evil for a hard demon. I like that about it though, it gives it this very hostile and unwelcoming atmosphere a la Forsaken Neon. A punishing icy wasteland with the only decoration around you being jagged, crystally spikes and saws. Super desolate, frozen in time feel, which has grown on me a lot. Love how it goes purple mode for 10% as well, just for funsies. I don't have much to say for this one, but the gameplay and flow of everything and melody of the violins is super satisfying and fun. Definitely a more underrated one in Woogie's catalog. It took a bit to click, but once it did, it really did click. It's super fucking awesome. Rebeating Windy Landscape for this reminded me just how fun this level is. I used to be a hater for some reason, but I also beat this level when I was in 7th grade and an evil fuck, so that probably has something to do with it. Just real solid fun shit here, no notes really. Of all of Woogie's levels that just use the standard Rob Top songs, this was definitely the one to resonate with me the most. Jumper on its own is kind of just one of my favorite Rob Top level songs. I think this level really captures the bubbly, carefree, silly energy that the song has. Constantly changing its speed in game mode and going in and out of duels, and it's super fun. The part at around 77% is also just adorable to me. Going into Asymmetry, I did not at all expect to enjoy it as much as I ended up, both visually and in terms of gameplay. At first this level felt like such an impenetrable wall to learn, and yes, it is really learny, deceivingly so, but after that process it becomes maybe one of the most fun and consistent levels in Woogi's entire catalog. I really love the central theming in its designs too, that being silhouette blacked out structures and colorful constantly moving and pulsing backgrounds. This first drop part with this kind of refracty, glassy light look to it is a particular favorite of mine. The build up going full Dark Rainbow Rebirth mode I thought was super cute too, and the ending ball corridor is really finicky, but I still think it's a really cool way to end the level because of how much focus it requires. Really fucked with this one, playing it and looking at it. I'm not really in the know enough on Woogi's levels to say for sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, but if I had to choose a sleeper pick level in their catalog, it would 100% be Sequence. Fun and lively as shit gameplay paired with an equally fun and lively song, and some genuinely really beautiful structuring and intricate designs throughout the whole thing. The gameplay itself too is super creative, embodying all the Woogiisms that I adore, and pairs really great with the song. This wave click leaving the last UFO part going in with the arpeggio and this purple cube part afterwards, constantly bouncing and switching orientation have always been favorites of mine. Not to mention that cube part's cutesy, magical nighttime star aesthetic it has that fits so well with this portion of the song. The duel at 50 is also just cracked out of its goddamn mind, and the only reason this took 1,000 attempts, holy fuck, like, but I love Sequence. It's a super fun, short and sweet showcase of some really fun set pieces, creative gameplay, and a slew of architectural marvels of the Dashlands to gaze at. How does one even begin to grasp the pure aura of Pentakill? Woogi and Zaro are both 2.0 titans, so obviously a mix of their two styles is the most peem shit ever to me. Zaro's gritty industrial designs and Woogi's distinctly Geometry Dash style work very well together too, and both do a great job at expressing the tone of the song. This shit is insane. The most over-the-top dubstep growls and wubs coming together for a song embodying everything that 3rd grade me thought was cool in music. All this making Pentakill a pure embodiment of the era of this game I hold closest to my heart, and I adore it. Even then, Pentakill also goes out of its way to have somehow some of the most fun gameplay in an extreme for me. Once you get consistent with the aura choke points, it's honestly one of the most satisfying and fun levels. Not to mention how well the movements and click go with the song. Song representation in deco is cool, but I think song rep and gameplay is just as interesting and not really touched on as much. Especially in the first drop section, Pentakill's flow and movement of the cube just feels so right. From 30 to 39 is just pure fucking peem to me, these jagged, almost mechanical movements to complement the slow, methodical dubstep burst before the super fluid ship click as the song picks right back up is so fucking cool. Getting teleported or flung by structures and pads during big hits in the song as well just make it so damn fun to both play and watch. Pentakill is fucking awesome. If we were going off pure enjoyment ratings, Endorphin would probably land a lot lower, as it was one of the main levels I remember getting pretty frustrated with. But I don't like judging stuff like that and think it overall takes away from my genuine opinions on a level as a holistic work, and strictly thinking in just enjoyment terms narrows your viewpoint on shit like this and prevents you from really engaging with the level, I feel. And Endorphins is exactly why I think that. This level makes me so happy, yo! It's a cutesy song, cozy purple and blue color palette, bubbly, aquatic, glistening look, the way you can tell 2.0 released halfway through its creation, and feeling of genuine wonder and discovery that oozes through each of its pores. I can't in good faith put this one any lower no matter what my personal experience with it looked like, and I think far too much emphasis is put on that as some like all-encompassing metric of the level, but rating shit like that is so lame. Endorphins is pure joy personified in Geometry Dash, and I adore it for that. Retention to me is Woogi at their Woogiest. Intricate and ever-evolving block designs, pulsing objects filling the surrounding spaces, upbeat EDM song, little club step monsters, fast drop duels, and insane choke points solely for aura farming purposes. There's so much going on at any given moment and so much to look at throughout the level. Just pausing it on any given frame, there's just so much and it's so cool. Pure explosion of 2.0 beauty at every single corner, which appeals directly to my very refined tastes in GD levels. This thing is just so beautiful, not to mention just amazing progression and song representation in the drop onward. The first drop being these wild asymmetric duels like a little outburst of energy to complement the song just starting its drop, then transitioning into this more flowing cue part that just feels like riding along the wave of the song. There's really no other feeling I can accurately compare to playing this part of the drop. It's like feeling the wind in your hair type shit. The slopes, the teleports flinging you around, and this intricate maze-like structuring, just genuine aura overload here. Then as the song enters its victory lap portion, you get this really focused ending bit that's just your straight shot to the end. Feels again like a victory lap, and the little background that to me has always given this sort of glassy look to the level is really pretty. Throughout the whole level, that explosive, fun, party-like energy is never once dissipated, and it's kind of fucking insane. This level is so goddamn good, oh my god! Not to mention the song it uses is also fucking great and blends so perfectly with the level that I probably couldn't even separate the two in my mind. Colorful Overnight! Woo! My favorite Woogi level and my second favorite level in this entire game. I've talked before about sappy uplifting EDM and how that shit is sometimes the most emotionally wrecking music for me, and Colors by Taboo undoubtedly fits that bill. Even more so since I was obsessed with this song as a kid, and since the root of my EDM obsession is partially a sense of nostalgia, that song is practically the poster boy of uplifting EDM for me, alongside Comet by Syntheon. It's one thing to pick a song that captures that feeling for me, and it's entirely another thing to so perfectly represent its feelings in gameplay and visual form. This level is pure 2010 EDM Geometry Dash vibes and aesthetics through and through. The Rainbow Equalizer part at the beginning in particular is the most representative of that, and maybe my favorite part of any level in this game. Colorful Overnight is unequivocally Geometry Dash to me, and reflects the aspects of this game's early stages that I absolutely adore. Captures the sincerity and nostalgia of this kind of EDM music to an absolute T as well. Not just looking at it from an aesthetic standpoint too, the deco in this level are just fucking beautiful. Everything feels so sparkly and shiny, these intricate designs using damn near every object available in the game, and the second drop part feeling like an actual nighttime light show. And the gameplay, while not being as interesting to dissect as it is in Retention or Pentakill, is just very plainly fun to me, and I loved every little bit I played this level. That is the end of the video. That's all Woogi's left. Oh my, sorry, Audacity just fucking bugged out. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye!